sa ating kabagitu juga 6 bulan binaka. Kalau may syuwa, kung hindi masyado juga na sinangikuas. Kaya ang bulamay, sa ating kabagitu juga. Ito na ako sa naturang minsta. Mandabong lagi naturang minsta.
Bula Binaka, and I bring greetings from my Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama to Nasomo village today. Before going any further, ladies and gentlemen, and also I acknowledge the presence of the ladies at the back of this room. Marama, thank you very much for attending. Before going any further, I'd like to today remember Police Constable Mr. Sudhakar Nimatewalu. As you all know that earlier this week, one of our police officers, Mr. Nimatewalu, while trying to arrest a suspect in the line of duty, he was murdered, was stabbed by a convict, a person who was already on bail, and he died. Yesterday, he died a few days ago, and his funeral will be tomorrow in Suva. And our prayers and well wishes are with the family, the mother of the deceased officer. And Mr. PC Nimatewalu is a hero of the nation, a person who died in the line of duty, trying to protect us, trying to protect the law. And today I salute all the officers in uniform, all the police officers who risk their life every day to protect us in the law, and our sympathies are with the family of PC Sudhakar Nimatewalu. And I request all of us to remember him in our prayers tomorrow when he'll be laid to rest. Once again, Bula Vinaka and warm greetings. It is a pleasure to be back here amongst you all, my friends here, to officiate the 5th payout of the fair share of gold and silver royalties for Nasomo Landowners Trust. But before I delve into the mineral royalty payout, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the owners of this land and the land that hosts the Nasomo community, which is the Nasomo landowners. For the past few weeks and months, a lot of questions have been asked of me, and I've received a lot of calls from some people who are saying that the royalty should not be paid to Nasomo because somebody else is the owner of this land. But I think it's pertinent for me to clear the air and to tell everybody that this land belongs to Nasomo. To give a brief background, all this land was a freehold land owned by one John Berry. Mr. John Berry used to own this land before. It was a freehold land. When CSR company came to plant sugar, they bought the land off Mr. Berry, so it became CSR land. When CSR closed its operations and FSC took over, all that land was given to the government, automatic transfer. Then the Nasomo landowners, the people here, they initially came in the 1930s and 40s when Vatukoula Gold Mines, which was then the Emperor Gold Mine, we started operations here. So all of your ancestors came here to work for the mine, and they settled here. After the mining operations was going on, then the Nasomo landowners decided that they wanted this land for themselves. So they went and negotiated with the then Governor General, Vatukoula Gold, and he asked them to buy the land. So your ancestors, the landowners of Nasomo, they purchased the land through TLTV. So land was transferred to TLTV. With your hard work and labor, you collected the money, you paid it to Native Trust Board, and the land was transferred to you in your own name. So rightfully, the owners of this land is Nasomo, nobody else. So the questions have been asked a lot, but today I'd like to make it very clear that you people are the owners of this land. Full stop. So when the government grant was given in 1963, a government surveyor by the name of Mr. I.W. Bakery surveyed this Nasomo land. 1964, the settlers made their first payment. The first payment was made in 1964. In 1965, NLTB was declared the proprietor of the trustee of Nasomo land and a certificate of title number, which is Crown Grant number 1144. and the total land area is 1,062 acres.
Thank you, sir.
In 1974, the land was paid in full. Then on the 19th November 1998, the land was formally transferred to the Nasomo Landowners and is on the title, registered title.
Yes, sir. Naka.
The Landowners Trust via trustees, as such the legal owners of Nasomo land, otherwise known as Tawatawa Back Block part of, with an area of 1,062 acres, are the members of the Nasomo Landowners Trust, who worked so hard to raise funds to be able to fully purchase this land. I would also like to mention that even though you have been owners of the land for so long, until the Bainimarama Government came in, there was no law to facilitate payment to you. It was only through the government's bringing into effect the Fair Share of Royalties Act by the Bainimarama Government, the Fiji Affairs Government, that the landowners like yourself are now benefiting from the payout. I'm told that there was one payout made, but there was no, sometimes earlier one payment was made, but there was no mechanism for it. So now you are lucky to have a government who has made a law for your benefit. Now going back to today's royalty payout, this payout is for the period of June to August 2019. And this is the fifth payment made to the Nasomo since the enactment of the Fair Share of Mineral Royalty Act 2018. So as I said earlier, before this law was brought in by the government, there was no provision to allow for payment of royalties to the rightful owners. So there's two issues that have been resolved today. One, the land belongs to you, the minerals belong to you, and on that basis, the government is giving you the royalty. Today, the total payout is $75,179.86, which will be equitably distributed among the 123 trust members. There was a case going on before where there was a trustee group that was formed here, and they were taking the money, but there was some dispute. So the Prime Minister had then brought this law that money should go directly in your hand, so there's no dispute with your trustees anymore. I think it's a fair system, so that there's no future dispute about payment. Today's payment is the highest payout to date. And I would like to acknowledge the efforts of the Vatukoula Gold Mines Limited in continuing to explore for the mine gold and silver under your land. For as long as mining is undertaken under Nasomo land, you all as trust members will continue to receive fair share of gold and silver royalty based on the saleable material extracted from your land. So as you see, the royalty is now going up. The more gold and silver that's produced from your land, the better it is for you. More royalties means more services and more resources for your own use. This payout is aligned to Section 5 of the Fair Share of Royalties and Fair Share of Mineral Royalties Act 2018, which states that 80% of the mineral royalties be given to the landowning units and 20% of the royalty to be retained by the state. To date, the Bainimarama Government has paid out a total of approximately $308,000 to the Nasomo Landowners Trust, and in entirety, landowning units on the or under whose land mineral extraction or mineral is undertaken have received a total of approximately $4.4 million just around the country. So by bringing into effect this law, in the past 1 year or so, 2 years or so, a total of $4.4 million has been paid to landowners like you, who own the land, because of that facilitating act. Managing and running of a mining operation is no easy task given its capital intensive nature as well as real risk associated with the sector such as metal price fluctuation, oil price volatility as well as exchange rate volatility, to name a few, which could negatively impact or erode the rate and return of profitability of mining project. In addition, the additional challenge faced by Vatukoula Gold Mines Limited is the aging mine infrastructure, given Vatukoula has been in operation since the 1930s. Hence, your support in Vatukoula Gold Mines Limited's effort to modernize the mine infrastructure, improve underground working conditions, ensure cost-effective power generation, and also improve gold recovery in its milling process is very important as employees of the mine as well as members of the Vatukoula mining community. I've been told that a lot of people here have been employed with the mine before and some are still employed. You all would know how difficult it is to take the rocks out, crush that and take the gold out. We must all thank Vatukoula Gold Mines Limited for sharing the royalty with us. I also have been advised that by my team that the trust members have unanimously agreed to contribute a certain portion of their royalty fair share to a community development fund, and I take my hat off to all of you for your wisdom and initiative in contributing to community building, which will result in tangible benefits that will appreciate and utilized by your current and future generation. I am greatly encouraged by this, and I am an advocate of sustainability, following in the footsteps of our nation's leader, the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Bainimarama. It is paramount, and I would like to reiterate this before concluding my address, that as recipients of the mineral royalty fair share, and given that mineral is a non-renewable resource, that to sustainably manage these funds to ensure that you and your future generation continue to reap the benefits of these mineral royalties in future. I'd again like to remind you what I spoke about on my last visit here. This money belongs to you, it belongs to your children and family. Please use it wisely. We know Christmas is coming very soon. Don't use it for things that do not benefit the community. And I'm very glad that a portion of that money people are using for community fund, which can be used to build community halls, churches, etc. I take this time to thank you for your warm welcome and wish you all the best for the year. I'd also like to wish all of you a happy Diwali that is coming on Sunday. May all of you have a very prosperous and happy Diwali and all the festivals that are to come. And we are also announcing that the 6th payment of the royalty will be done just before Christmas, to make the Christmas very blessed. So I will be back here once again in December, just before Christmas, to give you your 6th payment, which I hope will be a larger sum than today. Thank you very much.
Peter